Welcome back to my channel. As I begin my walk toward the beautiful Bibi Khanym Mosque here in Samarkand, the journey itself already feels special. The road is surprisingly clean and peaceful. No traffic, no noise, just a calm, relaxing atmosphere. It's the kind of place where you can truly enjoy every step. On both sides of the street, you'll find small restaurants serving local Uzbek food. The aroma of freshly cooked dishes fills the air, making it hard not to stop and try something. Right next to them are colorful garment shops, displaying traditional clothes and fabrics. The designs are vibrant, full of culture and history. And of course, there are plenty of souvenir shops, perfect for picking up something to remember this place. From handmade crafts to small keepsakes, everything reflects the local charm of Samarkand. Walking through this street feels like a warm welcome, slowly leading you toward one of the most iconic landmarks in the city, the Bibi Khanym Mosque.
I'm standing in the heart of Samarkand, Uzbekistan, in front of one of the most legendary monuments of the Islamic world, the Bibi Khanym Mosque. Before we explore the beauty you see today, let's go back in time, over 600 years. The story of this mosque begins in the late 14th century, during the reign of one of history's most powerful rulers, Timur, also known as Tamerlane. He was not just a conqueror, but a man with a vision. After expanding his empire across Central Asia, Persia, and parts of India, he wanted to transform Samarkand into the greatest city in the world. And to do that, he needed something extraordinary. In 1399, after returning from his campaign in India, Timur ordered the construction of this grand mosque. He wanted it to be the largest and most magnificent mosque ever built in the Islamic world, a symbol of his power, wealth, and devotion. Construction began immediately, and it was massive in scale. Thousands of craftsmen, architects, and laborers were brought from across the empire, from Persia, India, and beyond. Elephants, reportedly brought from India, were even used to help transport heavy materials. Everything about this project was ambitious, bold, and ahead of its time. But there was one problem. The construction was rushed. Timur was eager to see the mosque completed quickly, and because of that, some structural elements were not as strong as they should have been. While the mosque looked stunning, it lacked the durability needed to withstand time and nature, and that would soon become evident. By the early 15th century, not long after its completion, parts of the mosque had already begun to weaken. Over the centuries, several powerful earthquakes struck Samarkand, causing significant damage to the structure. What was once the largest mosque in Central Asia slowly turned into ruins. For hundreds of years, Bibi Khanym Mosque stood as a reminder, not just of greatness, but also of the limits of human ambition. But history didn't end there. In the 20th century, especially during the Soviet era and after Uzbekistan's independence, large-scale restoration efforts began. Architects and historians worked carefully to preserve what remained and rebuild parts of the mosque using traditional designs and materials. What you see today is a blend of original architecture and restoration, a revival of Timur's grand vision. As I walk through the mosque now, I can't help but imagine what it must have looked like at its peak. The courtyard would have been filled with thousands of worshippers, scholars discussing theology, travelers from the Silk Road resting and praying, and the sound of voices echoing through the massive arches. At its height, this mosque was one of the most important religious centers in the region. The design itself reflects the brilliance of Timurid architecture. Massive domes, towering minarets, and intricate tilework in shades of blue, turquoise, and white. These colors weren't chosen randomly. They symbolize the sky, spirituality, and infinity. Look closely at the walls, and you'll see detailed geometric patterns and Arabic calligraphy. These designs are not just decorative, they represent the artistic and intellectual achievements of the Islamic Golden Age.
center of the courtyard stands a large marble stand, believed to have held a giant Quran. Local tradition says that passing under it brings blessings, especially for women hoping for children. It's a small but meaningful connection between history, belief, and everyday life. Even though much of the original structure was damaged over time, the scale of this place still feels enormous. The main entrance portal alone rises dramatically into the sky, making you feel small in comparison. This was intentional. Architecture during Timur's time was meant to inspire awe and remind people of the greatness of both God and the empire. Standing here today, you're not just looking at a building, you're looking at a story of ambition, power, love, destruction, and restoration. Bibi Khanym Mosque is more than just a historical site. It's a symbol of Samarkand itself, a city that has seen empires rise and fall, yet continues to stand strong. As I take one last look around, I try to absorb every detail: the colors, the patterns, the silence, and the history. Places like this remind us how connected we are to the past. If you ever visit Samarkand, make sure you come here, not just to see it, but to feel it. Thank you for joining me on this journey through history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more travel stories and experiences.
After exploring the majestic Bibi Khanym Mosque, I continued my journey to the nearby Bibi Khanym Museum here in Samarkand, Uzbekistan. Stepping inside, the atmosphere immediately feels calm and reflective. The museum is not very large, but it holds a quiet collection of stories that connect deeply with the history of this entire complex. Here, you can find artifacts, historical displays, and information that help you understand how the mosque once looked in its original form. Old photographs, architectural models, and preserved details give you a glimpse into the past, showing just how grand this place once was. What makes this museum special is how it fills in the gaps of what time has damaged outside. As you walk through, you start to imagine the scale of the original structure, the people who built it, and the era of Timur's empire. It's a small space, but it adds a powerful layer of meaning to everything you see outside.
I'll see you in the next adventure.